Hey there. So, I am sitting in my room waiting on my PET scan thing to do its thing. Um, so, I wanted to share what has transpired today. I got my schedule yesterday, and it had on it something about a CAT scan. And I just thought I was coming in for a PET scan. So I talked to somebody, and basically they tell me that in order for me to meet with the surgeon who does the surgery, the HIPEC surgery, I would actually need to have the CAT scan. And for anybody who doesn't know, a PET scan gives a one-dimensional image of anything that might be going on, and a CAT scan gives a three-dimensional image of what's going on. I'm not quite sure what the difference between a CAT scan and an MRI is, actually, because I think an MRI does the three-dimensionality too. I have to say, I am really, I like the place I come to for treatment, but I'm a little disenchanted sometimes because there's not good communication. If they had told me that they wanted me to do a CAT scan back when they scheduled this, I would have questioned it then. But they didn't say that. They just said a PET scan. So, so here I am this morning talking to somebody about it and getting told that I can't see the doctor, which I was going to consult with him on Monday about everything. And something was just telling me, no, don't do the CAT scan. And it was a very strong no. And I didn't feel like it was necessarily logical. Although if I went with logic, there's kind of the part of me that says, well, why not get PET scan and then see what it says, and then, you know, do other things. I mean, I know that they probably have their logic for doing things the way that they do, but I just, you know, if they don't talk to me, I can't know what questions to ask either. So I'm trying to get comfortable and not have the light glare. So anyway, yay! All right, so anyway, it also turns out that the last time I had a CAT scan, which was when I was in the hospital last year after I had the port, I actually had a reaction to the dye, and I just told the woman that just now, and she told me that I should be really sure that I let them know that, which is another reason why if I had known it was going to be a CAT scan, I could have said this to them. But she said if I had one reaction to the dye already, it could be worse next time. So who knows if my reaction about having the CAT scan today had to do with even that, maybe on some level, because what they do is they give you a steroid the day before to try to minimize any effects. So, and plus, there's part of me that's feeling pretty good, I suppose I could get not so great news, but there's a part of me that really is feeling pretty good, and, maybe a CAT scan isn't necessary, and I even told them flat out that even if they tell me something not good, like, I don't even know if I'm going to do anything at this point. I really don't. If I do the chemo, it sounds like I'd be on the rest of my life. They're basically telling me that the chemo would probably not take care of it, which, if anything, it would minimize it. If anything, it might, have it backtrack a bit, but it's just not going to, or even stay stable. It's just probably not going to take care of it. So I'll go through chemo, I'll feel like shit, I'll lose my hair, and I don't know that it'll get me anything. And then the surgery, I go through a lot. They open me up, they pour warmed up chemo in me after they take out what they can, and there's a couple of places that aren't operable no matter how you slice it, supposedly. I could go through hell with that and still wind up having something happening. And I just don't know if I could do that to myself. So I'm not sure what the point of the CAT scan is, really. And even the PET scan, I kind of question. But there's a part of me that's like, you know what? Let me just find out what's going on with my body. Let me just see if there's spots. Let me just see what's going on. So in my mind, I was okay with the PET scan. CAT scan, no. So, and it was interesting because I got on the phone with Jean, the shaman that I met with, because I kind of wanted to run by what I was feeling, and I was trying intuitively to get in tune with myself. I even have a pendulum that somebody had given me. I was doing the pendulum, and no matter how I did it, it was saying no to the CAT scan part, and I wanted to trust it, because I'm like, after the trip I just had, everything that happened, every time I trusted what I felt, it was right. And the interesting thing is I made this choice ultimately just to do the PET scan, and I'm so much calmer. I'm so much calmer. I was so anxious. Everything inside of me was like, no, 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 no. So I have no idea why the no. I have no idea if it was a possible reaction. I have no idea if it means that everything is going to be clear and it's not going to be necessary. I have no idea. But it's so much like the trip. And even being here and the way things have happened is so much like the trip. So many times with the trip, things turned out not to be the way that they were headed, the way I thought they were going to be. So I actually even said to Jean, I was like, if I don't listen to this, I haven't learned a thing from the trip. Okay, emotional. But I'm like, if I don't listen, I haven't learned a thing. So, anyway, I wanted to share that. I'm really kind of excited. I hope it's good news. I hope it is great news. I don't know. I just actually met somebody out in the waiting area too that I'm kind of excited to meet. He's an awesome guy. We started talking, and I hope to get to know him better and see what happens. He has his own cancer story, and I'm thinking he might be willing to share it too. So, life is amazing sometimes, and if I'm not going to be here much longer, I think I may just live it to the best I can. I'm telling you, I feel really pretty damn good today. And I'm loving talking about the trip and telling people about it, and it's just pretty awesome. So anyway, I wanted to share that, and fingers crossed, everything's going to be fine. I'll be getting the results on Monday, so I usually get them pretty quickly, and Monday will be the day, so I'll have more to report then. But in the meantime, just thought I'd share. So, and then tonight I'm back in my own bed, which should be interesting to see what it feels like to be home and not have to be anywhere and do anything. And it's already been weird to have other people driving and to not have to necessarily plan where I'll be next or what I'll do next. So, but I can't wait to get back on the road. Actually, I gotta find a way to do it. I got to find a way. I don't know how, but I got to do it again. I also got inspired too, by the way. My last stop was with someone named Kathy, and I have already shared with you one of the things that I did with her. Did some work with acrylic paints, and I did like a light plate, and I did a canvas thing with paint that I've already shared, which I've never done like that before, so it was cool to be able to do that. And then also too, I'm going to do something with this. I'm not quite sure what yet, but I also did this little piece, so which I love. I love. So that's a heart too. So, but excuse me. And I did a switchblade, which actually I've been thinking, I wonder if I painted some of those, if people would be willing to pay for them. I don't know what I would charge, maybe $5. I don't know. Part of it would be, it'd be inspirational for me to be able to do a part of me that's creative, but then also it might help me earn some money. So I could do a number of plates for somebody's house. um, just a room. It would be probably abstract since I don't really have the ability to do other stuff. But I'll have to show you the abstract that I did do when I get unpacked later, because I kept looking at it and I just loved the way it looked. And I didn't like it at first when I first did it, but it just sort of, you know, had a life of its own. So anyway, I guess that's it. I tell you, if you had seen me half an hour ago, 45 minutes ago, oh, it was terrible. I actually felt the same thing before the MRI that I had, which I didn't want to have, and maybe I should have listened and didn't have the MRI either. So, but I did, but right now I'm at peace. I feel good, and I don't know what's next, but I just feel like I almost feel like this was a test to see how much I did learn on this trip. So, and I kind of felt like in some ways the trip was preparing me for now. And so I guess it's a good thing. I'm smiling pretty wildly here. Widely. So obviously it's a good thing. So, all right, well, wish me luck. In a little bit they'll be in to take me to the scanner, and I'll see what happens. So, later gators. Bye-bye.